as somebody who, practices a criminal law, most of my clients believe they have civil rights claims and
Right.
violations.
Right.
And although many of them are treated poorly, and there might be events during the process that are outrageous or, uncomfortable, immoral, all of that doesn't always rise to a civil rights claim, correct?
Right. Yeah, that's right. So essentially, when you're talking about a civil rights claim in the context of criminal law, because employment discrimination is civil rights. There's denial of freedom of speech can be a civil rights claim as well, but in other areas. But in the context of a criminal case, there's really sort of two sides to this. One is that you have been prosecuted and incarcerated based upon false information, or it's either false information or you've been denied a fair trial in the sense that evidence has been withheld, or witnesses or evidence has been manufactured, whether that's just somebody falsifying a record or coercing a false statement, or presenting a witness who's falsely testifying for whatever reason, whether they've made a deal with the state to give false evidence, or they've been coerced into it in some other way. So if you've been prosecuted and incarcerated, usually based upon false evidence or a lack of honest and credible evidence, then you have what's known as either a malicious prosecution claim, or in federal law, there's a statute that says that's section 1983, the Civil Code. It's 42 USC 1983, and that gives you a broad that covers a broad array of things, such that includes both malicious prosecution, that is prosecuting somebody without probable cause, or denial of a fair trial, and that evidence has been hidden or destroyed or falsified, and you've not gotten fair process. So that's one side of the civil rights world, where you're essentially suing for your loss of liberty, costs of your defense, other things that you suffered harm from being involved in the criminal process. The other side is when the police use excessive force. So if you are fleeing the police for some reason, and you're not particularly a danger to anyone, and they shoot you in the back to stop you, that would be excessive force, and you can bring a claim against the police for that. If you are beaten because you have given the police a hard time during your arrest, and you've angered someone, and they've taken it out on you by beating you and breaking your arm, or knocking your teeth out, or knocking you unconscious, whatever the case may be, and you have not really given a reason for that. That is, you've not caused a threat to the police or anyone else, but some police officer has decided that they're going to teach you a lesson, or they're going to make you pay for whatever aggravation you've caused, or they just don't like you, whether it's your race, or what the police know about you or suspect about you. In those cases, you can sue the police officer as though you were, it's essentially a personal injury claim,